Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Two Cheese. I am Shakti
And I'm Esty.
Today we're going to do a roasted chicken dinner. I'm going to go through all the ingredients first and then we'll go through the process. So, ingredients, we need a whole chicken and we've got 2 onions which have been cut into rings, and we have a carrot, 2 carrots.
2 carrots.
2 carrots. I've got a whole bulb of garlic which I have just crushed and just take them out into their little cloves. Yeah. And I've got a whole lemon. I've got about 50 grams of butter, a few sage leaves, a bunch of thyme, salt, pepper, olive oil, and we're good to go. Before we start, make sure your oven is preheated to about 240 degrees Celsius, which is I think about 475 Fahrenheit.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, thereabouts. Okay, then what we're going to do now is we are going to put the chicken aside and we're going to do the vegetables first, and make sure you have a very deep dish roasting tray, something big enough to hold the vegetables and the chicken inside.
Yep.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to toss our vegetables, okay, in a bit of olive oil. So carrots and onions. So I'm going to put a bit of oil in it. This is olive oil. It's just what we're going to do is just going to toss this into the roasting tray, and we are going to season the chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, we are going to do olive oil. So I'm going to put a bit of olive oil on this side. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put salt and pepper and season the chicken, and that is all we're doing with this chicken right now. Right, so there we go. All done.
All right.
Before we do anything, we are going to put a lemon inside the chicken. So whole lemon, we're going to do that in, but before that, I'm going to take a bunch of thyme. This is fresh thyme. I don't like using dried herbs,
it's
so
not really very nice.
no. So fresh thyme, and it's going to go into the chicken.
Yep.
Okay, there it goes. And stuff that lemon in. Also, before we put this into the oven, we're going to put garlic cloves. So just rub the garlic cloves with whatever seasoning you've got left in your hands. Just drop them just with the skin on, just all around the chicken. This garlic clove is just going to roast up, and what's going to happen is it's going to get really mushy inside.
Okay.
And then when you finish cooking it, when it's out of the oven, all you have to do is squeeze on. You get this little paste of roasted garlic, and that is
awesome.
just brilliant. So what we're going to do right now, we are going to put this chicken into the oven for a good 90 minutes. Okay, so while the chicken is cooking in the oven, what we're going to do now, we're going to do the basting sauce, which is actually not a sauce, it's just butter. So we're going to do butter and sage, which goes really, really well together, and they go really, really well with the chicken. So I've got a small pan which I'm going to put up on the stove and heat it. Put it on low heat, right? So I've got 50 grams of butter here, which I am going to drop into the pot. Make sure that it's really low. You don't want that butter to start burning really quickly, right? So I'm going to just keep stirring it.
So you can melt it before you put the sage in?
You can do that, or you can put the sage in and then keep melting the butter.
Alright.
That's up to us. So you want to put the sage in?
Sure.
Yeah. So we've got about a few sage leaves that is going to go inside the pots with the butter, and it's just going to melt. Can you smell the sage?
Yeah. I love the smell of butter.
It's a good smell though. Okay, so the chicken has been in the oven for 45 minutes now. What we're going to do is we're going to take it out and baste it with the butter and sage mixture that we made, and then we're going to put it back into the oven for another 45 minutes so that it gets crisp and everything. Alright? So the chicken has been done. It's been there for about a good 90 minutes. Yeah. We've got crispy vegetables. It's a bit charred everywhere. Look at that.
Smells good.
Smells really good. Let's serve this up. So there you have it. The most rustic chicken roast like ever.